I'm sorry, that was really stupid. I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Trying to decide what we're going to do today other than acrobats.
Well, looks like you have a lot of options here.
Yeah. I figured it's our last day. We should do something special.
I was kind of hoping we'd go up and take a look at that volcano.
Really? That's what you want to do?
Well, unless you don't.
Well,
you know, I guess you haven't heard about the gods. Oh, yeah, the local god, the Hawaiian gods. That's where they live.
In the volcanoes?
Yeah. Where's that thing? Isn't there a thing about it here? Yeah, check it out. The superb, the excellent, the volcano is said to have terrific powers, especially in the area of, what is that word? Fertility. Childless couples from all over Hawaii visit the volcano. I knew I'd be able to convince you somehow. Listen, I figure we'll take a walk on the beach first, okay?
There's some clouds out there.
Yeah, but clouds will just make it more romantic.
I don't want this to ever end.
It won't.
Yes, it will. When we go back and you start on your assignment, it will.
Nope.
No?
This is a fire that's gonna burn forever. I promise.
I love you so much.
I love you too, baby.
What's this for?
Oh, what do you think? Jake, you had a photo shoot with Kelly this morning. She just called me to find out where you were. Of course, I couldn't tell her because you got up so early without saying goodbye and came down here to hang out with TJ. Where is your partner in Arrested Adolescence anyway?
Oh, that's good. You been saving that one up?
No, it comes pouring out of me.
Yeah, well, maybe this is just your day for clever quips. Been reading the horoscope here, and it says that I'm going to have trouble in the morning, which I've already had, but bliss in the evening, so hang in there.
We're not going to have too much bliss until we work this out, Jake.
I'm a little tired of this argument, Hayley. There's one thing to settle. That's for you to accept the fact that I've changed.
You sure have. The one person you've chosen to admire is prostituting himself, and you seem to think it's all right.
It has nothing to do with TJ.
Oh, no.
No, it doesn't. You know, you want me to be something that I've grown out of, and that's not going to happen, Hayley. Hayley. Hayley.
A day for discovery.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just going to bring you in the paper. I thought maybe you'd read it to me.
Good. Well, what do you want me to read?
What about my horoscope? I really miss seeing it every day.
Hey, look at this. It's right here on top.
Well, what does it say?
All right. A day for discovery. Ooh. Seek pleasure in the right place, and you shall be rewarded.
You fled the scene rather abruptly last night, but I've decided to forgive you. You may wonder why I've decided to be so magnanimous. Then again, you may think I'm the same jerk you thought I was last week. Be that as it may, I'm not upset because of this. Go ahead. Read it. Out loud, if you don't mind.
Rose Bowl Queen allergic to carnations.
Not that, the horoscopes.
Horoscopes, Mason. The people who write these are the sort of people who
believe in Santa Claus? Yours is circled in red.
I can see that. You've been too serious. This is a day to let loose, to take chances, to pursue your private dreams. You had this made up, didn't you?
Would I fabricate a story as tragic as that one about the Rose Bowl Queen? That was your horoscope. Now read mine. It's circled in blue.
I see that. Forget your responsibilities and obligations. Go with your heart. All your dreams are about to come true.
Seems our destiny is written in the stars, Julia.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Morning. Young lady, you should be very careful about kissing a guy like that first thing in the morning.
Oh, really? What should I be careful of?
Everything. So very early in the morning and...
Yeah?
Oh. I overslept. I gotta get down to the lair.
No way! Not until you've had breakfast.
I gotta get down to the refrigerator needs repair.
So it's waited this long. Could wait another 45 minutes until you've eaten.
Hey! You're not gonna tell me you did this all yourself.
I'm not totally hopeless in the kitchen, you know?
Yes.
I hate these hours of yours, though. I never get to see you anymore.
Price of success?
What's this?
Nothing.
Oh, what have we here? To my darling ТиДжей, I will never forget. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. So you're not gonna say anything?
No.
Come on, like we gotta talk about this.
ТиДжей, it's none of my business, okay? I mean, this is what got us into trouble in the first place when I started meddling around. I don't like that you do what you do. In fact, I hate it a lot. But obviously, there's nothing I can do to change it.
I wish there was a way I could make you understand.
Try.
I think everybody's born with like a special talent.
And yours just happens to be bedding down middle-aged women, is that right?
Now, come on, don't be a wise guy, right? You said you're gonna give me a chance.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
I spent most of my life trying to figure out what I could do well. I wanted to be a pro athlete, but I wasn't good enough. I didn't have the focus or the discipline to be a lawyer or a doctor, you know. So I just ended up skiing, partying, and deep down inside thinking I really didn't have any talent at all. And then one day, I don't know, I found out I could make people happy, you know? I could make them feel good. And not physically, okay? And you're right, most of the ladies that came to me for ski lessons were middle-aged. And I'd tell them what they want to hear, and they'd feel terrific. Yeah, and they'd reward me for it. But then somewhere along the line, I don't know, it just got all crazy, out of control. And all of a sudden, I just wasn't telling them things anymore. I was doing things that I hated and taking money for it. And then I started hating myself, too. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I came here. To leave all that behind me. And I promise you, babe, I have.
What about Olivia?
That money clip is a goodbye gift. That part of my life is over.
There's nothing wrong with making people happy, you know.
I know. But you gotta know where to draw the line.
So what now?
Well, I was hoping, you and me.
That's just for the moment, right?
Come on, Laken.
Listen, don't worry about it. I can understand. In fact, I'm a lot like you in that way. I live for the moment. And for the moment, you're what I want. But eventually, I would like something else.
What?
Romance. Something that might last a little longer than 3.5 weeks. There's no guarantee I'll have that with you, is there?
Never ask for guarantees.
I'm sure that you have something very worthwhile to do, huh?
I'm doing it.
Meyson, we can't very well have this discussion in public.
Which discussion are you talking about?
The one that we were going to have but didn't have last night.
You ran out on that one.
Well, I remember that you had a wife.
Victoria's left me, as far as I'm concerned.
So you run to me for comfort?
Julia, it's New Year's. It's a perfect time for making resolutions and life-changing decisions.
Meyson, someone has to remain faithful here.
That's what I'm doing, Julia. I'm being faithful to myself and my feelings. I think we belong together.
Miss Wainwright, your nanny just called. The baby is sick.
Which? Where did you call from?
Your place.
Oh, all right. I'm going home.
I'm going with
No,
you.
you stay here, Meyson.
Julia, she's my daughter, too.
No.
Hey. What's up, bud?
Oh, I'm trying to get this thing to fit, but the joint's too big.
Oh, it's just a busted fridge. Don't let it get to you.
Yeah, but I've been working on this thing for an hour.
Well, relax, man. If we can't fix it, we'll find somebody that can.
Something put you in a foul mood today, and I don't think it's the refrigerator.
Hayley stopped by, and we got into another fight.
Oh, man, if you were defending me again...
No, it didn't have anything to do with you, TJ. It's just... I don't know. I mean, I like what I'm doing here, and she can't seem to accept that.
Did you try to explain it to her?
Yeah. I guess maybe I was a little rough on her. I managed to hurt her feelings in the process.
Well, you're just being honest. I mean, I can't see anything wrong with that. Don't worry about it. Hayley will come back. Everything will work out fine.
Oh, well, you just can't sit there and wait for everything to just turn out like that. I mean, you'll end up with nowhere.
Yeah, but I tried to talk to her. And...
Yeah, well, you're probably talking about the wrong things, man. I mean, you and Hayley are in love, and that's what's really important. And lately I've been noticing you guys are getting into some habit of just picking fights and arguing over stuff that doesn't really matter. I mean, when was the last time you said you loved her? Huh? So you don't even remember. I mean, you guys belong together, you know? I mean, some nightclub or some job shouldn't get in the way of that. If I was you, man, I'd go out and find her and tell you how you really feel. Because you guys belong with each other. I mean, you got a real good shot at something, man. Don't blow it. And that's good advice.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
I think that's the best advice I've ever heard you give.
Where do you think he's going?
I can't imagine.
Nah, I can't imagine myself.
Hayley's been treating you like dirt lately. How come you don't hold a grudge against her?
She didn't approve of me, and I don't really blame her a bit. I mean, who could approve of somebody that was doing what I was doing, right?
What is this? Your big day for honesty or something?
Yeah, I read it this morning in my horoscope.
Oh. It's nice.
Prove it.
I like it. Wow.
Okay. Oh, I know it doesn't feel good to have a cold, huh? You're gonna have one when you're grown up, too. Maybe they'll find a cure by then. And I certainly hope that you didn't give it to my daughter. I know that knock.
Julia, open the door.
You stay right there. I'll be right there, Mason. I have to hide you. I'm sorry. Here you go.
Well, what did the nanny say? Is she all right?
Oh, no, she's fine. It was a false alarm.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing wrong with Samantha.
Where's Mrs. Cobb?
She went home.
Julia, I know Mrs. Cobb. I've checked her references. She's not the type who would alarm you if there wasn't something wrong.
There's nothing wrong with Samantha. You checked Mrs. Cobb's references?
She has a fever.
She has no fever.
Her forehead is warm.
No, it's not. I just took her temperature. She's
Feel
perfectly...
her forehead.
We all have the same temperature.
Well, you can't tell just by checking her forehead. You should take her temperature.
Read my lips. I just took her temperature just 30 seconds before you walked in the door, honest.
Oh. Well, what was it?
98.9.
You said she didn't have a fever.
She doesn't have a fever. That's what her temperature is all the time. See, sometimes babies have higher temperatures than normal.
I knew that. Have you called the doctor yet?
Why?
Because we should take her in to have her checked anyway.
Mason, you've been with Chip all this time. Why are you panicking like this?
And why are you being so nonchalant?
Because there's nothing wrong with her.
I just want to hear that from the doctor. Are you coming with me?
No. You go ahead.
You mean you're not even interested enough to check on your own daughter's health?
Yes, I am. You just go right on ahead, and I can't go because I have an appointment that I have to cancel. Oh, her pediatrician is Dr. Sims. He's at the hospital. Do you have a car seat in the car?
Yes.
Good. You can just strap her in real tight, and everything will be fine, and I'll be right behind you. You don't have to worry about a thing. Thank you. I'm sure everything will be fine. I'll be right there. Okay, Chip. Nurse, baby food, doctor. Yes, hi. This is Julia Wainwright, and I'm taking care of Chip Campbell. I need to bring him in so that Dr. Scott Clark can see right away. Thank you.
Spokesman said the sensitivity might also extend to marigolds and chrysanthemums, but doesn't include roses, period.
Is there a picture?
Yeah, she's standing in the garden with a bunch of princesses. She does look a little puffed up.
Poor thing.
All right, what's next? What do you want to hear?
Oh, I can only think of one thing.
I love you.
That's it? Would you still love me if you didn't have to read to me in the morning?
More. Then maybe I get to work on time.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should go if you're late.
No problem. I have a light schedule today. Look, why don't you come on into the hospital? I'll take a look at your eyes.
Today?
Yeah. You haven't been there for about 2 weeks. You used to bug me every day for an examination.
Well, I guess I'm just kind of used to being blind, and besides, it was always bad news.
Well, don't let yourself get discouraged, Gina. Look, I have a few more minutes. Why don't I do it right now?
No.
What's wrong?
You don't have the right equipment or anything.
Well, my examination light works just fine.
No, I'll just make an appointment, and I'll come down to the hospital just like everybody else. I'll come down next week.
What's going on, Gina?
Nothing. I mean, it just seems like it's going to be a great day. I mean, I've got a good horoscope, and I figured why ruin it with bad news?
You don't know it's going to be bad news. There could be signs of encouragement. Now, come on, let me look at your eyes.
Would you get that?
All right, but we're going to do this examination later. Hello? Yeah, this is Dr. Clark. Hey, Kathleen, how you doing? What's up?
I mean, isn't this the most beautiful stone you've ever seen?
That's a beaut.
I'm going to take it home.
That's great. It'll be a souvenir. I was afraid we were going to go home empty-handed. That'll be our guide. Danny?
Right.
Hi. Yes, good to meet you, man. Come on in here. This is my fiancé. This is Eden Capital. I want you to meet Danny. He's going to drive us.
How are you?
Hi. So the two of you want to go up and see the volcano, huh?
Yeah, if you'll be our guide.
No one on the islands know more about the volcano than me.
Well, that's good, man. In that case, why don't you just guide us? Let's guide on.
Cars outside.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty rare that a father brings his child in the middle of the day. I'm glad to see you're taking such an interest in your daughter, Mr. Capwell.
What's that mark on her?
Where?
There, her skin looks all dry and pasty.
That's baby powder, Mr. Capwell.
Oh.
Well, that does it.
Well, what is it, Doctor? Her mother's not here. Maybe you should go ahead and tell me.
All right. Your daughter is perfectly fine.
What?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with her.
Oh, I think we should look at her again.
Mr. Capwell, I can assure you
Dr. Sims, her nanny was convinced that the baby was ill, and I detected a fever.
She has no fever.
Maybe we should call in a specialist.
What specialist?
Oh, I don't know. You're the doctor.
That's correct. And I'm telling you that your daughter is perfectly fine.
That's what her mother tried to tell me. Where is she, anyway?
Mr. Capwell.
Dr. Sims, I rushed my daughter down here because I was convinced there was something wrong with her.
Well, you should be thrilled that there isn't.
I think we should get another opinion.
Mr. Capwell, I understand what you're going through. New mothers and fathers almost always, have a tendency to overreact. I've had parents rush a child down here because he sneezed or had the hiccups.
Nevertheless, Dr. Sims, I'm going to insist that we get another opinion.
Mr. Capwell, I'm a trained physician. You won't find any doctor in this hospital or anywhere else that'll find anything wrong with this child.
Dr. Clark.
Yes, Miss Wainwright, I got a message you out here. This must be Chip.
Yeah, this is Chip, and he's not feeling so well. So, do you think we could go someplace private and check him out?
Sure, I got a room reserved right over here. Come on.
I didn't know that you were Chip's pediatrician.
Well, actually, I'm not. Chip's doctor is away for the holidays, and Mrs. Capel asked if I would look out for him.
I don't know when she's going to be coming back from out of town, and I really don't want to have to call her if it's not necessary, so...
I know where she is, Miss Wainwright, and I don't think we'll need to bother her.
She told you then?
Yes, she did. And I admire her for trying to deal with this dependency. I think it's great.
I do, too. Dr. Scott, do you know that she doesn't want her husband to know where she is?
Yes, I do. I tried to talk her into telling him, but that's her choice. Well, now, little Chip, what you got is a slight fever and a mild cold, okay? Like every other little baby in Santa Barbara has right now.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that was all it was.
Well, he's going to be fine. I'll give you some medicine to bring down his fever, okay?
All right.
Scott? Oh, I'm sorry to bother you.
He's with a patient.
Julia? Is that you?
Gina, this isn't the right time.
I'm sorry. I hope Samantha isn't sick.
Oh, Samantha is just fine.
Gina, will you please wait outside? This is a private examination.
Sure.
There's only one other doctor available at the moment.
Then I want his opinion. Who is it?
A resident, Dr. Scott Clark.
I know him. That'll be fine.
He'll tell you the same thing I did.
Well, we'll see about that. Gina, do you know where your boyfriend is?
Meyson. I recognize those lilting tones anywhere.
Gina, I haven't got time to talk. I need to see Dr. Clark right away.
Why, are you a little under the weather?
It's not for me. It's for the baby.
Oh. Well, I hope... Well, the baby isn't sick.
Gina, would you just tell me where he is?
Search me.
Babies.
As long as someone keeps a close eye on him, he should be fine. Just be prepared the next day or two. He'll probably sleep a lot more and cry a little.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Meyson is looking all over for you.
Oh, no, I can't let Meyson know that I have Chip. And I don't have a babysitter.
Well, we'll take care of him.
What?
Well, sure. I mean, Scott has a light day. Look, I talked to Victoria. She told me all about her drug problem. I can put two and two together. We'll take care of Chip for you. Just until you can get Meyson off your back, and then we'll bring him back.
I can't do that. She asked me if I would watch him, and I can't just leave him with anybody.
It's all right with me.
Yeah, I mean, after all, Scott's his doctor. He couldn't be in better hands.
All right, I have no choice. Here, I'm sorry. I really appreciate this. I hate to do this to you.
It's no problem, really.
Goodbye. Oh.
Dr. Clark?
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was waiting for you. Where's Dr. Sims?
Forget about Dr. Sims. I was looking for a second opinion. I was told Dr. Clark was in here.
Dr. who?
All right. Now you just hold still, little fella. I think we're almost there. We're not almost there. I'll get there, though, okay, Champ?
Are you running into a few problems, Scott?
No, not at all. Everything's going smooth, right, Chip? Everything's going great, terrific, wonderful.
Sounds like you have your hands full to me.
No, I'll manage. I'll be all right. You don't have to worry about it.
Why don't you let me help you? After all, I changed Brandon's diapers 1,000,000 times in the middle of the night. This shouldn't be any different.
I don't believe that. You did that great.
Well, why not? I mean, any woman that had a baby is able to change diapers with her eyes closed, practically. Oh, there you go.
All right, so get him up here. What a team, huh, Chip?
Here we are.
Here we go.
You're all changed. Dry, ready to take your nap? You're gonna have wonderful, wonderful dreams.
I think there's something else behind this besides just helping Julia out. I think you wanted to take care of this baby for the day.
Oh, I'm always a sucker for a baby. Especially one this cute. Yes.
Have you ever met one you didn't like?
No. But the wonderful thing about babies is you don't have to make any pretenses. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, or ugly or pretty, or even if you're blind. You just love them and take care of them. And they love you back.
All the doctors and the nurses said that Samantha was fine, so I don't know why you won't accept that.
Yeah, you heard the man who agreed with me that she looked kind of... How did he put it?
A mite peaked. He worked in the parking lot, Mason.
He had an honest face.
Let's stay real calm and quiet because she's finally asleep.
I don't understand this lackadaisical attitude of yours.
Mason, I've taken very good care of our daughter. She's been certified in perfect health, and I promise I will continue to take very good care of her.
I am not questioning your ability as a mother, but I'll ask you not to question or belittle my concern as a father. I'm not leaving.
Huh? Yes, you are. You're not going to use this little incident as an excuse to do something that we said that we weren't going to do. Now, I'm not going to let you continue this relentless pursuit in my living room, Mason. Let's go.
Don't flatter yourself, Julia. I'm here because of my daughter, and I'm staying because of my daughter.
You sure you know what to get?
No problem. Hey, Hayley. What are you doing?
Is he rushing off, too?
Oh, he's just going to get formula for the baby.
Oh, what baby?
Chip, we're taking care of him for the day.
Chip Capwell.
Yes. Yeah, it's just for a little while. Look, you don't want to know. Don't ask, and please don't tell anybody.
Where is he?
He's in the bedroom. He's probably dozed off by now.
Does that mean there's no room at the inn?
Hayley, what's wrong?
Oh, Jake and I got into another fight. I'm so tired of fighting about how he's changed.
How? How has he changed?
The only thing important to him is that stupid nightclub. He doesn't think about his future. He doesn't think about going to vet school. I thought I knew him. I don't know him anymore.
Hayley, please don't cry.
I'm all right. Gina, can you see me? You got your sight back?
No, not really.
What are you talking about? You grabbed me, you looked right at... That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's terrific.
Well, why didn't you tell me? When did it happen? And why aren't you excited about it?
Look, what question do you want me to answer first?
Are you hiding this from somebody?
Well,
Gina, believe me, whatever it's for, it's not worth it.
I can't help it. I mean, if Scott finds out that I can see...
He's going to be thrilled.
Yeah, he'll be thrilled for a day or two, but then he's not going to have any reason to come over and read the paper to me or to spend time with me or to help me get around.
Gina, you don't really think he's coming here just to help you.
He likes helping people. It's something he needs. His father even told me that.
Gina, he's not going to stop loving you because you have your sight back.
I can't be sure. I don't want him to know.
Will you look what you're doing? Do you honestly know what you're doing? You are the one that's going to mess up this relationship by not being honest. If he finds out, he's going to be furious.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have to take that risk.
Gina, I thought you had changed since you met Scott.
I have.
Well, then this stunt sure isn't proving it. It's something that the old Gina would do.
Look, I'm not going to pretend I'm blind forever.
So what's the plan? You're going to march him down the aisle after he says I do? You'll say that your sight has miraculously come back?
I guess that's not far off.
Gina.
Here you are lecturing me when you've just run away from a wonderful man.
He's changed. I told you that.
I understand, but you ought to give him a chance. Hayley. I mean, he's wonderful. You're a fool if you don't go back to him.
I can't. Now, look, if I'm not welcome here, I'll go, okay?
No. Of course you can stay. I love you. You may be a fool, but I still love you.
Hi.
Hi.
Is that you, Jake?
Yeah, it's me, Gina. How you doing?
I'm fine. Look, I'm just gonna go in the other room and then check on Chip. I'll leave you two alone.
No, I saw that you had packed. I kind of figured you came over here. I'm glad I found you.
Look, Jake...
Please, Hayley, listen to me. You can't live here, and I can't live without you. There's only one place that either one of us is going to be happy, and that's with each other.
Once upon a time, there was a rather world-weary, dark prince with money and power and all of the advantages the kingdom had to offer. But in spite of his money and power, the prince was never really happy. And then one day, a child came into his life. A beautiful little girl. And for the first time, the prince knew what real happiness was. And he knew that he had significance. And he also knew that he had responsibility. There was a child in the world, and her life was far more important than his. So the prince decided to undertake the task of changing himself. It was no simple feat. But lo and behold, finally one day he changed enough to know that he had to be honest with the child and with her mother, and most of all, with himself.
You really do care, don't you?
I care deeply about both the women in my life.
You're doing great, kid. I wish you could see this, Gina. This baby is beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Oh, the appetite he's got, he must be feeling better. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you inside there because we have in the bed, we have it blocked up with pillows and everything just for you, okay? All right, here you go, Champ.
Why do men always call baby boys Champ?
I don't know. Maybe that's because that's what they dream they'll grow up to be. I could really get into having a little baby around the house, you know? Well, I guess that's no big surprise. Most men eventually dream to have a home and a family, a fire in the fireplace. Most of the guys my age already have that. I was so busy with medical school and a residency, I couldn't even think about that. Well, I guess you already had that, huh? With Brandon and your first husband?
Well, my marriage wasn't exactly the way you've just described it.
What was it like?
Well, for one thing, Brandon was adopted. We didn't live in a warm, cozy cottage. We lived in this cold, big, imposing house. I always wanted that. You know, the white picket fence and the fire in the fireplace. I just don't expect to ever get it.
Why not? I could give you all those things, Gina. The family, the hearth, the baby. Did I say something wrong?
Even if you wanted to give me all those things, Scott, you couldn't. I can't have children.
Not much further now.
So what can you tell us about the volcano?
I heard it's still active.
Now and then Pele gets angry. You don't believe?
Oh, I'm really sorry. It was just the way you said it.
The gods in Hawaii are very powerful, Miss Capwell. They control our lives. Only a fool doesn't believe in the gods.
Well, I guess I should believe, huh?
We heard that the volcano also has certain fertility-enhancing properties.
It has many powers. Good powers and bad powers. Well, before we get there, there's something you should know. The rocks there are sacred.
The rocks?
If you try to take one home with you, it'll bring much bad luck. Many mainlanders have made that mistake and live to regret it.
Well, what about the rocks at the beach?
Well, it doesn't matter the rock or where it's found. All the rocks on this island are sacred. They must be left where they are.
I wouldn't worry.
You took a rock?
Well, just a little ugly one from the beach.
This is bad. Very bad.
Hey, don't worry about it. We'll put the little rock back on the beach.
Yes, you must do this the moment we return.
Well, there was a reason I dragged you all the way down here for this meal.
Well, you went to a lot of trouble.
Well, it's because I love you so much. And because there's a question I want to ask you. I know I've asked you it before, and I understand why you needed time then. But after all we've been through, I think that if you can't answer me now, you'll never be able to. You can marry me.
I'd love to marry you, Jake Martin.
From the first time I ever
Yeah, well, those guys sure make it look easy.
Yeah. I'd sure like to know that I could give myself to someone that way.
Yeah, me too.
No point ruining a good thing, huh? Hey! Not again! That's what you get for eavesdropping.
Oh, dry up. It's very cute, you guys.
Gina, it doesn't matter to me that you can't have children.
Scott, don't start lying to me now. You were just talking about having a baby like it was some kind of holy experience. It makes a difference. That's why I told you.
And that couldn't have been easy for you. I love you for being so honest with me. But I'm telling you, it really doesn't make any difference.
Then why were you just talking about it?
Because of the way you've been acting today. I mean, I could tell how much you loved having a baby around.
Scott, you should have a child of your own. I heard you in there talking to Chip.
If we decided to have a baby, we can adopt.
Sure. You're disappointed, I know it.
No. I don't know why you think that.
There's some things you don't have to see someone's face to know.
Well, babysitter's coming later this afternoon, so I can go to Kelly and Jeffrey's party.
Good. We can go together.
What?
Kelly and Jeffrey know about Samantha. My father knows, my mother knows. Who doesn't know at this point?
A lot of people, so don't get any foolish ideas.
And if we go together, we'll have a chance to talk.
Mason, we've been talking all afternoon.
About Samantha. Now we can talk about us.
Why?
Julia, my marriage to Victoria is over. I can't believe you haven't realized that.
Yeah, well, I'm beginning to think that that is true, actually.
You're right. It is true.
What are you doing?
You'll wake the baby.
Mason, this doesn't give you an excuse to do this. You know, sometimes you can be so charming, and then sometimes you can just be overbearing.
I guess that's what love does to you.
Oh?
After careful deliberation, that's the only conclusion I can come to. I love you, Julia.
Would you look at that tree?
That's a banyan, I think. This road was originally cut by the ancient Hawaiians who kept a temple of worship on the crest of the hill.
Would you look at those flowers? They're beautiful. What are they?
Which ones?
Those pink ones.
Look out!
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, the
How do you deal with your mother when she acts like a child? Your husband when he doesn't even know your name? Coping with Alzheimer's on the next Oprah Winfrey Show. Today at 4 on Channel 2.